Hello! Hi everyone! Welcome back to our Chill Play Dragon Age Inquisition live streams. Let's pick up where we left off Monday night, or rather Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon. And let's begin. Hello. Hi. Welcome back, everyone. Let us, first let us speak with, Dorian, because we're here anyway. We're here in the library. How are you doing?
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Sadly, we can't really, flirt with him, but he is our friend. One of my best friends in the game. Well, I'm happy I could help, I guess.
Happy to oblige. A taste of home, just for you.
Not just for me. Fun for the whole family.
Perhaps I should have invited some.
We were there. That's what counts. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair.
You didn't like the ham. Okay. That's it. I think those are the same dialogue options.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Corypheus was a magister, yeah.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a magister.
That
Yes,
is right.
But that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy.
Yum.
The
candy.
Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
A demonstration of
But who were
power.
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus.
Of course,
This happened
expunged from
1400 years
history.
ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records.
Mm-mm.
Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
But it's not.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families
I can see
distanced
why.
themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they
The
find?
old gods of
According to
Asgard.
Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
That's it.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
Oh, we have a dialogue option here to ask about
You
Alexius.
said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
And why do you think
Why did he give up?
stopped
On a
trying?
journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing
Oh, that's
I hadn't
why.
been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him.
It's always family
I helped him
matters,
with his
right?
research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
I'm sorry to hear that, Dorian.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Of course. You're Brandy. Yeah, did you miss
Was it
Alexius?
hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's dead now. More's the pity.
Right.
should go.
Sambar on
You know I'll
Twitch, welcome back. Hello, how are you doing? What is up with you, my friend? He says, I love the party banter involving Dorian, his sense of humor. That is true. That's one of the things that I love the most about Dorian is his sense of humor. He's one of my best friends in the game. Where is Liliana? Why are you... Huh? Why are you here? Praying, I guess? Ooh,
So
cutscene.
it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
But the most important thing here is what you want, right?
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was
Should
alive,
be a great
I
divine.
would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
I will help if I can. That's so mean you could abandon ship. I will help you.
Whoever
We're
becomes
friends,
divine
right?
will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Practical. That is true. And that's why I told the revered mother we'll just update her later. We have bigger things to deal with. Ooh, another cutscene.
A message from Divine Justinia.
I'm pretty sure she's dead. Are you all right? I mean, this letter could have been written before she perished at the conclave.
That's a shock. You're right reading it.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea.
Valence.
There is something hidden there.
And what could that be? What do you
Do
hope
know
to
what
find?
you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands.
Right.
If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
That's really me. I'm not going to tell her that. Why Valence?
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine.
I see.
It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
So, yeah, sure, whatever you need, Liliana.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing.
Sure thing.
If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it.
Okay, so be ready for
I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
be ready for trouble. Sorry, but we have to go to the Temple of Dumat, the Shrine of Dumat first. Before I can help you with your personal quest, Liliana. If I'm not mistaken, we've already helped Josephine, our love interest, our partner, and Colin already, especially with his lyrium abuse, or rather his addiction to lyrium. So we only have Liliana's personal quest left among the advisors. Solo, do you have anything to tell me while I'm here?
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Sharau, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
Glad you liked it.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Oh, he
Political
likes that.
gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally. And Briala as well.
And that's
thanks
what
to
we
your efforts on
wanted.
her behalf.
I hope it helps all the elves,
I
everyone.
hope Briala is able to
Humans
use
too.
her position to help your people.
How would helping Briala help? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry. I was confused.
Rock was
I
funny.
do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
I know. We now know why. We. It's like, how can you help the ancient elves? They're gone. Who then do you have in common with?
Who do you have much in common with?
He slightly
your people?
approves.
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
I agree.
She's done good work. Hopefully, with our help, she can help them even more.
Yes. However much I identify, or fail to identify, with her people, Briala's efforts have been remarkable.
Right.
She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
That is a sad reality. Okay, I guess we have to go back to the war table and have Liliana locate the Shrine of Dumat. Let's see if she's currently free, because at the end of our previous stream, I think I had assigned them, each of our advisors, a war table operation. Like we always do in every stream, because there are a bunch of them, and we have to complete them. Oh, they're all done. Dance with the Dowager, the Allemande, to the leadership of the Inquisition. It comes as a great shock to me that the organization that claims to be defending us from the breach holds an interest in walnut farming. Perhaps you intend to throw unshelled nuts into the sky to repel demons. Truly, such matters are beyond my expertise. If you have a legitimate claim to Elan, I should like to hear it, says Comte Marius de Poisson. And that unlocks the new operation Dance with the Dowager, the Courant. We've got our new mount, the Hunter Shade Dracolisk. The creature has been cornered and saddled. The nippings were severe, oh no. But it waits for the Inquisitor to claim it in the stables. Mind your fingers. Red Jenny attends the party. It appears our detracting lord found shame in the dark, thanks to a scandalous laugh. Also, blind fets are now the rage. Can Red Jenny claim that? Orlais remains Orlais. Oh, right. That didn't open. Was that the last of the Red Jenny operations? I guess. I am going to ask Liliana to...
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
Yeah, why not, right? I'm going to ask Liliana to do the... where is that? Where is it? Where is the Temple of here? So it's close to winter? Well, that makes sense, right? It is. That makes sense. Investigate the Shrine of Dumat. Charter between research of our Teventure texts, reports recovered from the Venatori, and casual questioning of the local villages. I believe we have tracked down the Shrine of Dumat. Unfortunately, okay, so it's a shrine and not a temple. Okay, it's if you're in Japan, you also get, confused between the two. A temple and a shrine. A shrine is Shinto. Temple is usually Buddhist. I get confused myself. Unfortunately, Corypheus is diligent about keeping his secrets. The opening to the shrine is surrounded by traps of a design we've never seen before. There is no alternative to breach the shrine. We will have to trigger the traps to learn their function. We may suffer losses, but the information inside will be invaluable. I leave it to you to choose who to send on this mission. Liliana, We only have Liliana here available. My agents know the risk. They are ready to clear the shrine on your command. Oh, I feel bad for Liliana's agents. Some of them will perish because of the traps. Inquisitor, as I hoped, our forces have managed to handle many of the traps surrounding the Shrine of Dumat. As I feared, we lost several good men and women in the process. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, sorry, Liliana and your agents. Given their losses, I am withdrawing our forces and placing them in covert positions in the surrounding countryside to watch for Venatori or any additional efforts by Calpernia to breach the shrine. I suggest you approach now and discreetly. There will be no better time, says Liliana. Oh, that makes me mad. That makes me mad. I am going to I'm going to wreak havoc in the Shrine of Dumat against all these Venatori who laid down traps and stuff. Not now. I am going to assign them a couple of war table operations first. Oh, here's a new red Jenny. I think these three actually have been waiting months. And also to find the source of Dark Swan attacks also has been waiting for months, so maybe we'll do those first. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I wanted Liliana to do those.
Let's see what we have.
And then we've got this. Fred and Karina's. According to Dorian, while most Tevinter Magisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent a Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is, trying to expose it. Magister contact in Carinas by the name of Mivaris Telani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate, which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed in Tevinter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Mivaris would be beneficial and ultimately could drum up support from other Magisters fearful of what Corypheus represents. Yeah, we'll do Liliana for that. How about this? Okay, we'll do Josephine for this. It might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. He is the king of this particular castle and knows that he might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus or simply because he can. The Grand Archivist so far replied to our message with polite misdirection. Bribe the man with gifts and favors. This is normal for Tevinter and what he expects. That is what we're going to do. Now we've got one thing for Colin. Let's find something for Colin. Oh, this is for Colin. Yay! A letter marked with a Chevalier's seal. Commander, I understand your soldiers intend to pursue a party of Red Templars into the woods surrounding Balforay. We have not forgotten your assistance against the demons, and we are not sworn to... And are we not sworn to your aid your fight against Corypheus? Let's take up arms and cast these Templars out. Written by Chevalier Doucet. Oh, this was this is basically the follow-up to that operation where we sent Cullen and his troops to aid the civilians and the merchants crossing some sort of an area that was beset by demons because of the rifts. Colin says our resources alone would only have allowed for small sweeps of the area. With the Imperial Army's assistance, we may entirely rout Red Templars from the region. Yay! Good job. You have something important to do, Colin, this time. Unlike in other streams, I was just assigning him to gather metals and other stuff. Okay, now let us go to the Shrine of Dumat. Okay, we can now fast travel there. Venture forth. I am going to bring... Let's see, who do we bring this time? someone who has ties to Tevinter, so that's Dorian. I'll do Cassandra, Dorian, and Varric. My best buds. My best friends.
So this is the shrine Corypheus hid from Calpernia.
There are similar places in Tevinter. Notice how you feel it in the back of your mind. There's power here. Or was.
It is far, far too quiet.
I'm glad that we brought him. I'm gonna do a save here. A hard save. What an interesting place. Look at that. Let's see. I'm gonna remove my PNG myself from the screen so that we can take a nice thumbnail for this. I don't know. Does this look nice? By the way, Rose is the one in charge of thumbnails, so I hope she manages to take a nice screenshot of this. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. Rose on Twitch says, a cool place. It looks very cool. Ooh. That doesn't sound good. But those two things, Draculus looking stuff, dragon looking stuff, are they summoning demons? Are those traps? They look like traps to me. I'm not particularly thrilled to be here if you're gonna keep sending demons. Rose says very spooky. That is right. I'm glad we didn't bring the Iron Bull, because he doesn't like demons very much. Okay, let's go through the middle. I love my new shield. My new shield looks amazing compared to my, I don't know, my previous shield. I don't even know how to describe my previous shield. I can't even pronounce the word previous for some reason today. Previous, there, my previous shield, my former shield. Ooh. Hey demons, what is up? Let's go to the other side. Go Dorian, you can do it. I feel a bit overpowered, which is good, because that will help us, you know, finish the game faster. I remember when we were just starting to play Dragon Age Inquisition on this channel, and I wasn't streaming back then. I was just recording my playthrough. Oh hey, a memory crystal.
Awake in a world twisted into perversion and ruin.
Ooh.
Awake only to
That's
discover the
Corypheus.
light of wisdom has gone black. Samson has failed.
Oh, I remember
Calpernia
Samson.
stands ready.
I remember Samson. Oh yeah. Sorry, brother Varric. I missed your dialogue there. Yeah, it is Corypheus' diary. Samson got back to bed with not much hair left on his head. He ate a slice of Wonder Bread and went right back to bed. That was a song. That was a song by Regina
The
Spector.
anchor has been stolen by a stripling.
Oh, that's me, I'm a
descend on this
stripling.
haven with fire and fury and take it back. Let us see what manner of herald this age has bred.
A good one. A cute one too. A cute one. It has... This age has bred a cute herald. His audio diaries. You can feel the narcissism from his audio diaries. This reminds me of Fallout because of, you know, the holotapes. Usually you find holotapes lying underground, you pick them up, you listen to them and stuff. Let's clear this place first. Oh, Biggie! Hi! Thicky. There's a Thicky here. Thicky. Alright. Okay. There. Spontaneous combustion. Oh, that is a locked door. Let's listen to his holotape.
How does this age stand such desolation? They sing to a maker who answers no prayers. Once I have ascended, I will be their answer. I will be their light.
Keep dreaming, Corypheus. Ooh, a secret room. Another memory crystal.
Calpernia prepares to set foot in the place where regret dwells to bring it into the light. She cannot know what must be done.
Regret.
Cannot understand in time. She will forgive.
Interesting. The place where regret dwells. What does he mean by that? This place? What? You're mean, people. Cullen is already done escorting the Imperial army. That was fast, Cullen. He's rather fast. Ooh, a schematic. Hi, why are you hiding here? More loot for us. Oops. Oopsies. Coins. Oh, that's a lot of gold. 159. Let's listen to your audio diaries.
Did the others never return from the Black City? There is no record even of our names. We are vilified by legend. They spit on our deeds and claim we brought darkness into the world.
It's possible, right?
We discovered the darkness. We claimed it as our own. Let it permeate our being. If the others have not returned, they are lost. I am alone in my glory.
Sad Corypheus. The other magisters did not return. Did they perish? Are they hiding? Or did they just die of old age?
A slave girl who burned with potential, ignored by all save myself. Her master did not see it. No one saw it. The world has gone craven and blind.
Okay, he's talking about Calpernia. Just a moment. I'm just tying my hair. Tying my hair. Okay, I am back. Anything else here in the lower level? No. Okay, we've completed that. I think we've also completed all the memory crystals, the audio diaries of Corypheus himself. So now we can enter this door. How about that door? I guess not. Those are locked on both sides. Ooh, hey! That looks ominous. What is that? An orb?
A light the burner. Add a teaspoon of cinnabar.
Looks to me like a Tevinter guy.
He came down in fire and splendor. Chapter 9, verse 1.
You okay, mister?
Look at that containment spell. It would hold a dozen pride demons.
What is this? Who are you?
Hi? Greetings?
Erasthenes, am I a scholar of Timinta? To Corypheus, I am bound to answer every question.
Ooh.
Calpernia's sake, I am lost.
Were you Calpernia's master in the past? For Calpernia's sake?
Corypheus did this to you. On Calpernia's behalf.
She knows not.
Okay.
I am a ruin, the jeweled husk when the butterfly leaves. I was the greatest scholar of the old gods in Minrathus. No, in the Imperium.
I see.
One night, he came to my door. For my relics, I thought, my writings and runes. But instead, my slave went to his side, Calpernia, to become the vessel and save Tivinta.
I see. But a vessel for what?
If Calpernia is this vessel, what are the contents going to be?
I do not know. Power. It must
A
be
god?
some sort of power. Power like Ephemians, risen in flame and...
A dragon? An old god, rather? Yeah, maybe an old god. She wants to save Tevinter?
Is that why Calpernia joined Corypheus? To save your empire?
Yeah, she is a patriot.
Yes, she seeks a leader, Corypheus, to shape Tevinter's rebirth. She would raise up the slaves as she was raised. Bring a new order with a heart of steel. She could do it if she were not the vessel.
Rose on Twitch says he reminds me of Septimus Cygnus. Skyrim. Yeah, I guess this containment orb has made him mentally unable to, mentally unwell, I'd say. It scrambled his brain, I think. Sambar on Twitch says, a slave master who cares for his slave, how touching. I don't know if he was good to Calpernia. I mean, if he was good to Calpernia, then why did she leave him, right? Because he is also powerful. Of course, not as powerful as Corypheus, but he is still. I mean, he's one of the top magisters in Tevinter. So maybe he wasn't very nice to her. Why did he bind you like this?
If Calpernia is the one Corypheus wanted, why do this to you?
For practice, Corypheus, crafts a vessel for whatever power he seeks. Yes, but he does not need his vessel to have free will. About her, these same chains will fall. Iron to cage lightning. My binding is the poor pencil sketch. Calpernia
Okay.
will be the masterpiece.
Oh my, okay. So Calpernia doesn't even know that this will be her fate. or even worse than this. I see. She will be a mindless weapon, that is right.
Power without free will. That's her role as the vessel.
Yoked like a Canary mage, a Cerebus circumscribed sycophant.
We know about Canary
Chain
mages
has broken me, friend.
from Dragon Age
No
2.
wings can raise my mind. Please, breach the circle. Its wards will trigger. I will be dust and light. Free.
Or it will kill us. Corypheus is not above placing such a trap.
Always the paranoia, Cassandra.
Hold its destruction within. Tight. Tight. No fear. Only freedom.
Oh my, Cassandra. She always thinks there's harm in whatever we do. We have 3 options here. We either kill Erasenes, or I'll free you from your pain. Let Erasenes live, you're too useful to kill, or kill Erasenes, your death will be a message. I will free him. I mean, he might not have been the best person on Thedas because of well, you know, cultural things in Interventor, but everyone deserves freedom in the end, especially if they've, you know, thought about their past actions. Here you go, Grandpa.
All right.
And
You
Cassandra
seem
didn't like
honest,
that.
and you've suffered enough.
Light a lamp, would you, Calpernia? Everything's so dark.
Bye, Magister Erasenes. You're free now. I hope you felt remorseful for your life. You know, your actions. Cause, you know, I don't know how good of a master he was to Calpernia and his other slaves, but you know, if he was really nice to Calpernia, I doubt Calpernia would have left his side, right? I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sambar on Twitch asks, have you played Veilguard yet? No, sadly, I've only gone out. There was that one episode that I streamed, right? I spent like 3 hours creating a character, but oh wow, okay, more demons, more experience, more loot. I'm not against it. But yeah, I haven't had the time to play it, sadly. I'm sorry about that, but eventually I will be playing it. Eventually. Maybe after we're done with Inquisition, because that makes sense, you know, chronologically and all that. I just don't. I'm what I did in private during those months that I wasn't able to stream. After we've gone back, we've come back to bunnhop. After our 1 month in Thailand, I got sick, and then I underwent this procedure to, you know, save my life and all that. Not really save my life, but to remove the pain from my body. And then it took me about a month to feel better, to recover from it. And then in private, I did my best to complete Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and yeah, I was successful. I managed to finish all the DLCs and all that, as well as the Discovery Tour. If you are interested in, let's see. Are we really done with this? That was very short compared to the Emerald Knight's Tomb and the other dungeon that we we did a couple of months ago, last year. Let's go back to Skyhold. That was surprisingly short. Yeah, if you're interested in reading my thoughts about Valhalla, the DLC's Discovery Tour, I posted them on the official bunnhop socials. We've got Twitch, sorry, not Twitch, Threads, Blue Sky, and Twitter. I think we're called the bunnhop on all those. And if I'm not mistaken, Stream Elements also. Sometimes kind of, writes the it sends automated messages rather with links to our socials. Okay, we've gotten new news from Thetis. Empress Celine unconquered. Empress Celine has proven beyond doubt that she's the rightful ruler of Orlais. The usurper, Grand Duke Gaspar de Chalons, met his downfall in Halam Shiral, heralding the end of the war of the Lions. With Gaspar defeated, the Empress's reign will continue unchallenged as she carries Orlais to a golden age. All hail Celine, long may she reign. Crier Belinus. Okay, and this was all the other news. This was after the Grey Wardens. We helped the Grey Wardens. And then the first news was about Haven being destroyed by dark magic. Sambar on Twitch says, I never played an AC game. You might consider playing it if you have time, if you're interested. It's very fun. I like it. Valhalla was like the longest Assassin's Creed that I've played so far. I've only played 2, Odyssey and Valhalla. And then I have yet to play Mirage and the newest one, which is Shadows. And then I just plan to watch playthroughs of the older games because they're shorter anyway. And, in my experience, older games can be a bit challenging for me because I'm not really good at games. We can then speak to Liliana about the fate of Magister Erasthenes. I wasn't even able to complete the Fate of Atlantis DLC for AC Odyssey, unfortunately, because
I will see he gets it.
It was just too hard for me, even on the easiest mode, the easiest gameplay setting. Sadly, very, very sad about that.
The reports from our agents at the shrine are intriguing. You were correct. Once Calpernia becomes the vessel, she will lose her freedom.
Well,
forgive me, but I wish you hadn't been so quick to throw the expelled Magister away.
Okay, but he was suffering. He's been suffering for who knows how long, months, years. I'd say that showing pity is not a waste. I don't want to be a bit too prideful, a bit too proud. So I'll just tell her showing pity is not a waste.
We didn't need thumbscrews. The Inquisition can deliver mercy now and then.
At a cost. Well, done is done.
Don't be angry.
Corypheus's notes mention a place where regret dwells. That is more of a mystery. Until the notes are deciphered, I intend rumors of the binding ritual to reach Calpernia's ears.
Oh, I missed this message from Sambar. Sambar says, okay, I'll avoid spoiling comments on Veilguard. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, yeah, divide and conquer. Good idea.
Breaking her alliance with Corypheus can only help us.
Breaching his sanctum might give Corypheus pause, yet Calpernia is silent, as are her agents. We have given her something to think about.
Right. I hope so. I hope that she gives a good think about that and...
Silveric knew where the champion was all along.
Lol.
That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
She wasn't very persuasive. Yeah, I hope that Calpernia gets to defect to us or something, or at least just, not support Corypheus any longer. You are well connected,
You seem
Lady
to know a great many
Nightingale.
people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
Tell me about Morgan and your travels together in Dragon Age Origins.
What do you know of Morrigan?
I first met her when we were traveling with the hero of Ferelden. We never really got along.
I can see why.
Morgan can be a powerful ally. Just never forget that she's here because she wants something.
Mm-hmm.
Work with her, learn from her, trust her if you must, but never underestimate her.
Right,
We
right.
can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am. I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold.
Thanks.
After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again, no?
Yeah, very glad.
I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade physically.
And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate?
A little bit of both. Any updates?
Anything I should know?
Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. At the moment, she's said to be rooting out the last of Gaspard's supporters. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
And that is exactly what we want. Anything else to
Anything I should know?
Having the
Tell
Templars
us.
join the Inquisition has done wonders for our reputation.
Right.
People trust the Templars, and now they trust us.
Good choice, I guess.
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join
Okay,
the
that's it.
The people trust the Templars.
Carry on.
At your service, my lady.
Nothing
I'll
else to
leave you to
say.
your work.
Samber asked, who did you romance and Origins in DA2? I actually didn't play those games because, well, Dragon Age Inquisition was my first Dragon Age game, and I played this in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, 15 or 16. And, yeah, I didn't really have the time to play Origins in 2, but I watched... For games that are older, I usually try to just watch their playthroughs. No commentary playthroughs, full playthroughs, including DLCs and all that. Because I feel like that saves me a lot of time, because I am very slow at playing games. Very, very slow. So I, you know, like when after dinner, you know, Rose and I just watch TV. And then... Of course, we try to watch game playthroughs so that we can kind of like be up to date to like, when it comes to like the older games and the franchises that we love. You know, like Fallout 1 and 2. Those are games that we also didn't play because I personally started with New Vegas and then 4 and then 3. But I can't play Fallout 1 and 2 because I'm not really good at turn-based strategy games. I'm not very smart when it comes to gameplay. So yeah, we watched.
Someone's turning into a bit of
1
a
and
dragon
2.
hunter, I've heard.
Oh, thank you, Liliana. Find source of Darkspawn attacks. Inquisitor Sister Liliana's advice was excellent. Her scouts located a mining operation Marquise Buffon had started in secret, which must have freed the Darkspawn from beneath the earth. When discovered, the Marquise sent mercenaries to attack, but the Grey Wardens were well prepared and easily cut down all resistance. Good job. Marquise Buffon has fled into the Gomordan Peaks. I see, it's all because of the mining operations. The Grey Wardens have taken losses, but their morale remains high, and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Clocksec? I don't know how to pronounce that. How about you, Sambar? Who did you romance? Did you romance Liliana for Origins? Or Morgan? An offer from the Imperial Army Commander. A fine victory. May our enemies feel its sting, by Chevalier Duset. I'm happy that we finished those operations. And we've got...
The Darkspawn have been driven back on the Storm Coast.
Great
Let
job.
us pray they do not return.
We've got Josephine still working on this. Let's see, what else should we be doing? Let's see if there are operations in Ferelden that we haven't done yet. That has been operations that have been sitting here for months. We've got resources. I'll do false accusations. Yeah. Colin, your concerns regarding the lack of conclusive evidence found in the Wending Wood incident were well placed. Rumors of blood magic drew out our Templars as intended, it seems. Some mages say our men were responsible for the murders, more Templar zealots persecuting the innocent. With Spurs, another murder was reported shortly after our people left. Lady Dahlia claims the victim was her daughter, not a mage at all, although it's rumored she sympathized with their plight. Witnesses say a Templar sigil was found nearby. After the events in Kirkwall and the fighting in the hinterlands, people fear extremists on both sides. If word spreads that we've lost control of the Templars as the Chantry did before us, we may lose support from the nobility in Amaranthine, or worse, Denerim. Liliana. Okay, Liliana will send her agents to infiltrate the mage groups spreading the rumors, while Josephine wants to press Lady Dahlia. Let's do this, I guess.
Inquisitor.
I think. Sambar on Twitch says I romance Liliana in Origins. Aw, how sweet. I love Liliana. She's very nice and kind. And also, she has depth. Her story has depth. A lot of character development there. And Meryl in DA2, I remember her. And then we've got something for Colin, maybe? I don't know. Let's read this. The Arcanist and the Fade. A report in Arcanist Dagna's hand. An official request made officially. The Inquisitor suffered exposure to the terrors of the Veil and the energy of the Fade. To properly help her endure these forces, I need to understand them. I need samples, I need remnants, I need to see. If it pleases, I request the resources for a grand experiment to peer through the Veil or as far as I can. It's an expensive investment, I know, but it's necessary and it's only fair. I need to see. I wrote that twice. It's important to me. Arcanist Dagna, sketched below, flowers and fire. Liliana says she'll have what she needs. I expect it would be difficult to keep it from her. Remnants are easy enough, says Josephine. I shall pull the powers we have established in your way. And Cullen says that he'll have the battlefield scoured for samples. That's as close as I would dare with her. I feel like this is something that either Liliana or Josephine should do. Sadly. Unfortunately, Colin, you have nothing to do. Let's read this new thing. Reggie and the Bad Goods. Sarah cannot simply vandalize our reports. There's no record of any of this. A memo from Josephine, written on a letter from an outlying landholder. Inquisition leaders, I have reports of a gathering of resources to be moved into venatory hands. I send this in the hope that you have the means to track who may be responsible. I overheard the possibility, but further inquiry yielded no more detail. It is unfolding well above my station. Sergistan of Wildervale. Sarah has scrawled several notes below, also a sketch of a randy nug herder. Squire with a limp says horses for 20, small fours. 3 farmers say they were kicked out of homes. What is the route? Merchant says the carts are heavy for carrying armor or weapons. Says they shortchanged him, so he didn't tell about wobbly wheel. Will slow them through pass. Okay, easy pickings, right? Let's see. Liliana says a few altered signs will lay them in the Vimarks. A trade caravan will have supplies to last. If their stock happens to be mostly weapons, they won't last long. Buying out the caravan would expose whether it's a lead by an honest merchant or a conspirator against us. And blockading a caravan is a small but provocative matter. Do we trust this information? I'll probably do Josephine for this one. Judgment playing to win. Contact has been made. There are others in service to Corypheus. They were promised immortality in the next world and will spare no action in this one. I think this is something to do with judging Duchess Florian. They cannot fathom abandoning their master, and therefore they cannot imagine me abandoning their master, and that is your opening. I can give you all of these people, and I promise there are names among them, but they will not act, will not reveal themselves without a promise of victory that would warrant risking everything. Give me a target, Inquisitor. Place your people in obvious weakness, a true tactical blunder that would legitimately pain you. It must be thus. They will sense any falseness. Reveal your side, and I will reveal the knife, and then you can take them. That is my plan. I know what it looks like. It looks like you're trying to double cross us, Florian. Perhaps I have fooled you all along, and now I have simply asked for you to grant me victory, but I played a game, Inquisitor. Will you now play as well? From Grand Duchess Florian de Chalons. Sambar on Twitch says, in Origins, she's sassy and hot-tempered. In Inquisition, she's a lot kinder and thoughtful. Aged like a good bottle of wine, I guess. Yeah, I can imagine that. I think I remember her being sassy as well, but I think she's so good-hearted, you know? Like, she's not as mysterious and kind of gray like Morrigan. You don't know what she really wants, kind of thing. An enigma. Liliana says, make the promise. My people will watch the runners. We will get some of these conspirators, and the only one we will risk is her. That is a good idea. It is a risk, says Josephine, but she's not one of them. Say the word, and a weakness will be known. Well, Cullen says she's mad if she thinks we would commit to such a risk. We'll send her after some gossiping prat instead. I'll do Liliana for this one. Dance with the Dowager, the Courant. My dear Inquisitor, you dance as beautifully as I remembered. Are you ready for the second movement? The Allemande is typically followed by a Courant, in which the steps are much faster, almost running. And the Dowager is teaching us how to dance. do the court dances in Orlais, but through operations and political machinations and stuff. The Comte de Poisson so enjoyed your last maneuver that he is now racing to petition the Council of Heralds for recognition of his claim to Elan. I was the first one he contacted, of course, because while the young man is prone to missteps, he is not a complete fool. He is very likely to reach out to Duke Cyril de Montfort or Duke Germain next. I remember Cyril de Montfort. Isn't he the same guy who claimed that his family owns Haven or something? And we met Duke Germain during the Winter Palace quest. Cyril is the youngest and the most persuadable of the council, and Germain is the oldest and most likely to support a claim of any old or legion or nobility over the donation of lands to a new Andrastian cause. You should make your own move, allegrissimo. Cordially, Marquise Mantillon. Liliana says that Comtesse Montbéliard, the Silver Lady of Cherneau, is our best ally here. How do you know? Who is she? Josephine says the Duke of Ghislaine already has connections to us, so we could speak with him first. And Colin says we should speak with Duke Cyril. By all accounts, he's reasonable. We could win him to our side. Well, Liliana and Josephine both know the game well. I don't know what to do. Probably not Cyril, because he's the easiest choice, right? He's the most persuadable. But I feel like because Duke Germain is older, he might have more power. And he's the one who's more likely to not support us. So it's either Duke of Ghislaine or whoever this Comtesse Montbéliard is. I'll think about that. It's something that we cannot do. We cannot assign to Colin for now. Pursuit Marquise Buffon, Inquisitor, with her treachery revealed, Marquise Effiloche Buffon has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue her have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have had difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Regardless, I believe it is worth pursuing Marquis Buffon if we have the means to do. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Clocksec. Liliana says Marquis Buffon may have enemies among the nobles in the area. Some of them may have information on safe passes through the mountains. That makes sense. Josephine says our concern is the Marquis, not the demons. May people can find a way to her. I feel like I should assign Liliana to this one. Colin, the Grey Wardens will do better against demons than normal Inquisition soldiers. Let them fight through the mountains. They've already fought for us in other operations, so I don't want to tire them out. So I guess I can just... How about this? I feel like that might be another Liliana thing. So maybe we'll just let Cullen do some resources. Here you go. You can get some resources for us, Cullen. Okay. I feel like this might be a good time to speak with our companions. We've spoken with Josephine in the previous stream, but let's see.
A pleasure.
I guess nothing. Any personal questions? Any new ones? New dialogue options? No, these are things that we've asked her about already.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Oh God! How? What? What is going on? I was surprised. Let us see. Let's see. I haven't spoken with Blackwall rather. Vivienne and Sarah for a long time. I'll go speak with Vivienne. Is this the way? Is this the way? I can't seem to remember. How do we get to Vivienne again? She is in the mezzanine. She's on the mezzanine floor. I think it must be this way. There is a door somewhere here. There you go. Yay! Good job. We found her. Lady Vivienne?
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help.
Sure. What do you need?
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient.
Okay.
The heart of a snowy wyvern.
Sure. Where do I find that?
I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Okay. Tell me about the wyvern.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
Right.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
Thanks, I guess. Thanks for the compliment. And what is this formula for?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
Wait, we're friends, right? You won't tell me?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but you won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
Okay, I get it, sure. Why do you want my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly.
Really?
In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages.
Okay.
Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'm glad you see it that way. See us that way. I'll help you. That's so mean. I don't think so with a big X here. I'll help you. Why not?
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful.
She slightly approves.
I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart or the potion will not work.
Okay.
I eagerly await your success.
So we remember to keep the heart safe. Maybe. And this is in the Exalted Plains, so we can definitely jump into that. Okay, we've actually completed 2 mosaics. One here on the mezzanine floor, and the second one is this one. Okay. Wait. Why did I jump down? I wanted to talk to her a bit more because we haven't been talking. I haven't been interacting with Lady Vivienne for a long time. Sadly, it's because it's hard for me to find her. The easiest ones to find are Varric, Josephine, and Solus, because they're all on the first floor. Cullen is the hardest to find. I keep getting lost.
Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
I guess no more dialogue options. Snowy wyvern from the Exalted Plains. Let's go to Cassandra first to see if there's anything else.
To know the sanctity of our great institutions is intact.
Say what now?
The Empress. She holds the throne, as she should.
Yay.
And buoyed with that glory go my petitions.
Right, your 7th cousin.
3rd, my glory is assured.
Nice knowing you. Sort of.
Okay, this guy here claims that he's the 3rd cousin of Empress Ali. Oh, hello. Let's say hi to her. What's new?
What's been going on?
Madame de Fer said hello to me. Or maybe she was waving at someone else and I just thought she was. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Don't be sad. Anything else?
What's been going on?
That strange boy came in with an armful of chickens.
Cole?
You're looking after him, right?
Right? I am.
What's been going on?
Dorian's awfully pretty, isn't he?
He is, but sadly for you, he's not interested in you.
What's been going on?
They've done a lot with this place. I'm impressed.
I am impressed, and I'm looking forward to playing Veilguard so I can spend more time with you. Cassandra, where are you? She's always talking with Sir. Oh,
Will
hey.
you not consider it, Lady Cassandra?
Oh, hi,
The
Mother
clerics
Giselle.
are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree?
Hey.
I've had enough for one day, Mother
Hope I'm
Giselle.
not intruding.
Talk to her, your worship.
What's up? Having fun?
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine.
Right.
Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you.
Then I should
so now
be.
the Chantry bandies
It's
our
too
names
far.
about without even asking us first.
Is that even possible?
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
Yeah.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy.
Right.
It would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate
If they're
then?
big non-priests, why am I not the candidate?
Because they don't know what you are. and they're frightened of you.
Oh.
A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
I don't know. I'd say so refuse if you don't want to be. You don't want to vie for divinehood.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Yeah.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Do you really feel that way?
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes?
Yeah, you have a point.
In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
These are extreme times indeed. The Chantry has failed, or so do better. Yeah, do better. You can do better.
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian?
Oh, really?
Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath.
I
But
didn't
deep
know
down
that.
he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change.
Right.
Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
True, true. Oh, a special. I like your determination. I can help you become divine. I would much rather have a softened Leliana as divine, because Cassandra here is a warrior after all. What of Leliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinian knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
Interesting. What would you change if you were divine?
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the
That
Templars
sounds
stand not as the jailers
good.
of mages, but as protectors of the innocent.
I like that.
We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no.
True.
That is what I would change.
But I feel like these changes are a bit too radical, and if I'm not mistaken, she wouldn't be a popular divine because these changes are too, like, they would come too fast. And a lot of people, especially the more devout, the more, I'd say, people who were stuck in their ways in the Chantry would definitely rally against her. I would just say that this is a new crusade for you.
So this is your new crusade?
I've agreed to nothing yet.
And if the Chantry calls on you?
Then I will do whatever I can, for as long as I can. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
I feel like if I were running this blind, I would have chosen Cassandra, because I agree with all of the reforms that she is
What do
proposing.
You need, my friend?
Do you want to be divine?
So, you're a candidate for divine now?
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Doesn't happen as important.
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
Right.
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
I would say that perhaps there's another way for you to serve.
There are other ways you can change things.
Perhaps. I may not have a choice in the matter if the Chantry clerics pick another.
Well, I like your advice.
Do
for
you have
things.
any advice for me?
It seems that Corypheus searches for elven artifacts.
Right.
That's hardly surprising. Tevinter power is based on what those vultures scavenged from the ancient elves. Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once.
True, true.
Do you have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchanter Vivienne into the Inquisition. She is ambitious, but has always shown sense in her dealings with the Chantry.
She is
My
pro
advice would
Chantry,
be to watch
definitely.
her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Any other
Do you
advice,
have any
Cassandra?
advice for me?
We must keep an eye on the College of Clerics. The moment they elect a divine, things could change quickly.
Right.
Do you have any advice for me?
You know what you need to do, Inquisitor.
No more advice
enough
then.
for now.
Another time, then.
Yeah, I feel like Divinehood for Cassandra is more like a responsibility, a duty, but it's not really something that she wants. I feel like she might, if she were to become divine, then she would be very burdened by it. It wouldn't be... Oh, hey, in requisitions. We still don't have sad weapon. I haven't really looked up what the sad weapon is.
Of course. Another time.
Unlike Liliana, who used to be a woman of the cloth. She was a sister. And she is very devoted to the Chantry, so I feel like she would definitely be more of a suitable candidate for Divinehood. Hello.
This is amazing.
Oh, hey!
Convincing the keeper took work, but I'm so glad you managed.
I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to Skyhold, Laurenil. I remember you from Keeper Howen's tribe back in Exalted Plains. The Exalted Plains. I hope that he is enjoying his time here in Skyhold, working for the Inquisition. Let me do a little bit of inventory management before we proceed. Oh, I've just got this. Not much. Really? Did we not get anything from from the Temple of Dumat? Dumat, rather. That's unfortunate. Let us save. I haven't saved since we explored the since we entered the temple, the Shrine of Dumat, rather. Hey, Master Dennett, how are our horses doing?
Inquisition?
How are your charges? Well supplied?
Oversupplied. Never thought a mountain pass could seem like luxury.
Yay!
Farewell.
We're oversupplied.
Make her be with you.
Happy. Hey, Blackwall. What is up? Cutscene! I can't remember the last time I spoke with Blackwall. Sorry about that. Hi.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company.
That bass check, though. He has a very deep voice. Oh, thanks for the tankard of what is this? This mead? I don't know what we're drinking. Ale, probably.
When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up.
That's not good at all.
Do you know what I did?
Did you save the dog? At least tried to?
Cut the dog down?
I did nothing.
Okay.
Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child back then.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Don't let that stop you.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
That's true.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're
I
lucky
tried
there are
to.
people like you in the world.
Thanks.
There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Okay, some deep conversations there with Blackwall. Oh hey, we are here in the tavern. Sarah was never quite an agreeable girl. Her tongue tells tales of rebellion. But she was so fast. It's karaoke time once again. Sarah was never quite the quietest girl. Okay, let's try to find Blackwall again. He's probably still back at the stables. And speaking of Sarah, that she is our next stop before we go back to the Exalted Plains to help Lady Vivienne.
The Inquisition is on its tail.
Oh, hey, what is this? A letter? A letter? A message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. What? Blackwall left? What? Why did you leave? I thought you wanted to help us, help the dog. Help the dog that you couldn't help. Inquisition messenger. Rose says, oh no!
The spy master
sad.
has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
He must have his reasons, right?
He would not have left unless he had a good reason.
It is not for me to speculate on Blackwall's motivations. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
A crumpled report. A crumpled sheet of paper. It looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Leliana. Oh, Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Calais massacre of 937, was captured in Leeds. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insists that he did not know who he was assassinating, and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Rainier, okay, we know who that is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within the week in Val Royeaux. Okay, so that must mean that Blackwall has fled to Val Royeaux. I hope we are able to persuade him to come back to us. Let us now go to the tavern. Go back to the tavern and speak with Cole and Sarah before going to the Exalted Plains. Oh my, we've got a dead soldier here. There, just lying on the ground. Sorry. Hello. Hi.
Wardens harm their own and fall to mortal failings. We all did. Where does that leave us? A perfect start, except... No, it needs work.
Something like that.
There is an issue that you should address.
Oh really,
I think
Meriden?
it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Sure. She assigned us an operation. How are you doing, Cram? And
Commander Cullen did
the
good
Chargers.
work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Anything else to
We'll
say?
talk later.
I missed Cram. I haven't been
Your worship.
in this tavern for a long time.
We'll talk later.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We also have the Iron Bull here. I haven't spoken with him.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess.
Oh.
At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
Yeah. There were mitigating factors.
Corypheus had agents sowing dissent and muddying the waters.
That's just it. Orlais is so vulnerable. If you killed everyone in the Triumvirate, the Qun would survive unchanged. I don't know. The Qun isn't perfect, but it doesn't care what any single person wants. Orlais is full of people who care about nothing else.
It is hard. I definitely strongly disagree with a lot of the teachings of the Qun, but at the same time, I can see the point. So I think like a balance, somewhere in between the Qun and, you know, Orlesian for Weldon politics would be.
How you doing?
Would be a good thing.
I'd like to hear more about the charges.
They're good. Riding high after we hit those Venatori. Glad they made it out alive too.
I'm sure you're happy about that. I feel like I've asked all these questions before.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
And I also remember that we've already completed his personal quest. That's why he doesn't have much to say.
Well, that's one problem solved.
What do you mean?
Problem solved, right?
Hey, a cutscene with Sarah.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And
calm down.
Right
Calm
in the
down.
dangle bag.
Calm down. Calm down. Remind me not to get you mad.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot.
Thanks.
A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right? So long as there's a book for the throne. A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Earwigs, that'd stop a ball.
I don't know. You want
She
to stop
likes
a party?
that.
I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress.
Yeah, that
we
is
patched their spat,
that is
Briala and
a
the
lesson.
Celine. But without their breakup, none of it would have happened like that.
Yeah? Their mistakes made it worse.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
True.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
I will. I will. Oops, sorry. I thought I wanted to... Wait, let's do a hard save.
Keep an eye out.
I don't know if we probably have... No, I don't think we've done her personal quest.
There's you, yes?
Thoughts in our
Are things
progress?
playing out the way you expected?
About time we turned around on this Corypheus whatever. Make him feel like he's on the wrong end of the dogs for once, yeah?
Right.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Sure.
I suppose you're right.
We'll have to climb to the topmost floor
I'll keep an eye out.
to speak with Cole.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Right, I 100% agree with you. I don't like the game. But did you like the masks?
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
No. Do you want to go somewhere?
How would you like to get out of here?
Yeah.
Maybe do something fun?
Well, let's have some
I
fun.
don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Oh, yay! We get to hang out with Cole. This is so fun. We're taking him to Valrio, really? He'd be too overwhelmed in Valrio.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence.
Ooh.
May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guests?
Fine dining.
I don't eat.
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Gislane White to start. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
Oh, we were taking him out on a friendly date. I love this. Spending time with my friend.
They all see me.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
I'm glad you've allowed them to.
I don't know if I did. I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
What is it?
Cole?
I told you about Reese, the mage who could see me, my friend.
Yeah, I remember.
My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Is this painful for you?
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, when I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're hiding the fear, is that...
You're covering the
what
fear
you
with
do?
laughter.
No. This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah. I can feel that too. I agree with you. It is. It is. He is growing indeed. He is realizing things.
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
It's up to you. What do you think you'll learn next? Aw, that was a nice little cutscene. Bonding time with Cole. I like that he is realizing his actions and all that in the past. That, you know, friends do leave you when you change. But that's just how it is. But some friends won't leave you, like me. Maybe that's what he realized. You know, the Inquisition will still be here for him. Even if he has become more human than spirit.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
What is this about? Sometimes I don't know who he's referring to.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more human?
It hurts. Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway. And I understand more than I did.
I'm happy for you. Why no more forgetting? Why can't you make them forget anymore?
Why can't you make people forget you anymore?
Because I'm real. The forgetting was for both sides. They weren't frightened by me, and I wasn't hurt by them. Making people forget was a defense against people attacking me, and having what they saw in me stick. Because I'm real, everything sticks. Whatever people think or feel about me stays.
I see. Is it harder now to help people that you can't make them forget?
Can you still help people if you can't make them forget?
It's harder. I can't start over if I do it wrong. But seeing me changes them. They know a person wants them to hurt less.
That's true.
That helps.
That's true. Sometimes when people are in pain, they just want to see another person trying to help them. Can you still read minds?
You're still able to sense the feelings of others, aren't you?
Yes, I still feel things, flashes of their minds. Pain, hurt, all of it. It's not so loud anymore. I make more noise myself, so I don't hear as much unless I want to. I remember more things, though. It lets me learn. I sometimes see why something I said would bother Cullen. Maybe I'll do it less.
I'm glad he is learning. Him becoming more human helps him grow. It's like, you know, when a child grows up and realizes things and learns new things. How are spirits different from humans?
What's the difference between you and a spirit now?
Spirits are... they just are. Most of them sense something that interests them and stick to it. They don't remember much. It keeps them pure, but it also keeps them from learning, from growing. I wanted to help people, but I only knew enough to do it in the simplest way. Now I can see more. I also want to hit people a lot.
That happens when you're human.
Varric is helping with that.
What about your body?
Are you still physically the same, or are you fully human?
I was always fully human. I can do everything I could do before, except make people forget.
That's
the way
all
I move
right.
comes from my mind, not my body. As long as I remember some of the Fade, it remains.
I'm happy
my
for
body
you.
is just like the real Cole's, except that he was a mage. I'm not.
And why is that?
You a mage?
I can't know for sure, but the real Cole, his father beat him, killed his mother. His sister might have died, too. I don't know if that was real or what the demon made me think. Then the Templars threw Cole in darkness and starved him, all because he had magic. He thought that if he didn't have magic, I'm what he wanted to be.
I see.
Him, but normal. So no one would hurt him.
I get
I'll
it.
talk to you later.
If you like.
I get it. So this is just a theory. The you know the spirit,
Strode the winding road, defiant.
the spirit that that was kind of like impersonating divine Justinia in the Fade. If that spirit were to come here to a reality, would she be able to take over the like the divine Justinia's body and all that, like how Cole did? Because it seems that there was a real Cole in the past who was a mage, and unfortunately, he perished in the hands of the Templars. And Cole was a spirit that kind of like I wouldn't say took over, but kind of like materialized in this world, in the real world, in Thedas. Well, Thedas is a continent, but he materialized in such a way that he possesses the same bodily characteristics, of Cole, of the original Cole. So I wonder if that spirit that we met in the Fade would also be able to do that if it were to, come to the real world. Just a thought, just a theory, just a mind-boggling lore thing. Okay, we should go to the Exalted Plains first. Oops, sorry. World map, Exalted Plains. Let's go help Lady Vivienne. Let's see, which is a better route? Probably the garrison. How do we even get there? Blackwall has left our party. I am going to bring Vivienne with us. So that would mean I'll take Sarah and Vivienne, because I am a troublemaker. I'll do Iron Bull for now. Vivienne and Sarah. This means trouble, right? Those three people aren't very fond of one another. This is chaos. Oh no. Do we have a shortcut to that place? I don't know how to get to that place. It's maps. Maps are not my strong suit. Oh, I haven't been to the Exalted Plains in months. Oh, hey, Ahala! Hey, Hala! Let's get this Embrium. I hope this leads to the place where the snowy wyvern is located. Viridian. Two. I just hope that we get there. We find an opening through these rocks, these hills. Maybe here. It's the terrain. The terrain always slows me down. I hope it's this way. Oh, it doesn't look like it's this way. What? Maybe here? Maybe this camp? Ganane's Grove?
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
No, I don't. I don't. No, that also... The Dead Hand. How do we even get there? It is probably through this grove. And that is just my guess. If it's not through here, I'll have to look it up. We have completed this. I remember reading a lot of things here. All about the elves. I feel like we're heading towards it.
I hope so. I can only hope that this is the correct path to get to the snowy wyvern.
Ooh, hey! I feel like it is. We're getting there. We are indeed getting there.
Happy. I'm happy.
We've got a lot of just resources. I am not gonna spend time picking all of them up. I remember encountering a dragon here, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, is that it? No, that's something else. So we have to get the heart. Come and look upon the heart, If you know that song.
Come and look upon the heart.
Welcome Nerevar. Come to me through fire and war. Where is this? Where are you? The snowy wyvern. Where is the snowy wyvern? Is it the dragon that we already eliminated here? Oh, hi! Sorry, I didn't notice it. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Igni Wolf, how are you doing? This fine. Oh, it's that one. That's fine. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. It's this one. Who's a bit strong? Snowy Wyvern's heart. And now we can go back to our just to Skyhold to give it to her. We're making quick work of these personal quests, companion quests. Igni Wolf on Twitch says, I'm good, thanks. Hope you're having a good one doing Viv's side quest. I'm happy to hear that you're doing well. Yes, I am. I am having a good one, thank you. Yes, I am trying to complete the our companions' personal quests before moving on to Emprise de Leon. If I'm not mistaken, we only have 2 remaining explorable maps. We have Emprise de Leon, followed by the Hissing Wastes. And my plan is to... Hey, it's readable here. Vivienne's alchemy notes. A suitable replacement for the primatas? Root must be derived as the plant went extinct during the second blight. Dried red musk cut from Wandering Hill has shown similar restorative effects. An emulsion of silverite and elf root extract can counteract the fatal toxicity of red moss. The solution must be heated for exactly 75 minutes with magical flame. Mundane fires, regardless of fuel type, have been found to burn at too low a temperature. The heart of the snowy wyvern must be added to the last possible moment. The compound becomes unstable when exposed to light. Even if stored in perfect darkness, it is only viable for 3 days. It begins to degrade in potency in a matter of hours, and experimentation has shown that the age regression effect decreases steadily over time from the moment it is synthesized. By the second day, the results are almost too subtle to detect, and by the third, it is entirely useless. Okay, so she is making this potion for someone who needs to regress in age. It also says restorative effects, so someone who must be old and dying.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Age regression, who is this potion for?
Igni Wolf on Twitch says, oh, I like Emprise. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoy our adventures. I will be back. I'll just be AFK for a while before we speak with Vivienne. Be right back. I won't take long. Wolf, if you're still on Twitch tuning in, have you played Veilguard? And also, what did you think of Inquisition? What is your favorite quest in Inquisition?
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the snowy wyvern?
I've got it!
I've brought you the heart as requested.
Inquisitor, you are a treasure. Please accept this as your payment. I must begin work immediately.
Oh, really? What did you give us?
You have been a dear friend, and I would like you to come with me.
Really? Aw, thank you. I'm happy that she thinks of us as a friend.
This should only take a moment, Inquisitor.
No problem. Take as much time as you need. Oh, someone's on his deathbed.
I'm here, my darling.
Oh, is this the Duke? Her beloved? I hope it works. Is he sick?
Vivienne,
Yes, darling.
it's going to be alright, my love.
Oh. It's so sad.
My darling? Bastien?
Oh, it's Duke Bastien. I'm sorry, Vivienne.
Vivienne, I'm sorry.
Are we too late?
There's nothing here now.
Sorry. Igni Wolf says, I have not played Veilguard. I liked DAI and I played it a lot. I don't know if I have a favorite quest in particular, but I always really enjoyed taking the keeps. I did too. I love those keeps. It feels nice, especially when you plant that Inquisition flag. I feel like I'm conquering something and turning it into a better place because it's usually, you know, filled with enemies. Let's check in on Vivienne. I hope she's doing well. She's not too sad. Don't be too sad. Igni Wolf replies with, yes, always a great feeling with a flag. It's like the same feeling as that I had when I was playing Far Cry 5, you know, like retaking those areas.
Bastien is dead. I can hardly believe.
Oh.
It was the Wintersend Ball. My first visit to the Imperial Palace. The Circle sent a dozen of us to entertain the nobility. I was in awe of everyone and everything, and then our eyes met. Bastien spent the entire ball at my side. The Dowager tried to have him killed for slighting her, but he didn't care.
Love at first sight.
Falling in love across a crowded ballroom. Sounds like something out of a children's story.
He was a dashing rogue, and any defects he might have had were made up for with rank and importance. It was a more innocent time, I suppose. And now he's gone, and I must write to his son Laurent. And his sister will make a terrible fuss if she isn't informed first. And I'll need to arrange for the chantry services. Maker only knows how long that will take.
Oh, it's a busy time for Vivienne, having to inform the next of kin and all of that. Family members. Chantry services. Is there anything I can do to help?
If I can help you, just say the word.
No, my dear. I'll handle everything. Excuse me, I have so much to do.
No problem. Igni Wolf says that I'm open to trying it though when I eventually buy a current gen console. Yeah, it's up to you, of course. I I don't really think that every game is for everyone. There are many popular games that I don't play, like Baldur's Gate 3, because I'm very bad at turn-based strategy games, and too many choices, too many dialogue choices overwhelm me.
Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
Any other dialogue options here?
Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Tell me about your Duke Bastien.
Why don't you tell me more about your Duke?
Bastien was the leader of the Council of Heralds. The only person who could bring that rabble into line. He could charm a bird out of its feathers, and frequently did. I remember once, he broke up a fight between Prosper de Montfort and the Dowager with a joke and a glass of wine. Oh, Bastien. I'm sorry, my dear. I don't think I can discuss this.
No problem. I'll leave you to your grief, Lady Vivienne, if you need me. I'm here. I'm here for you. You can often find me in the war table doing operations. Okay, that's all done and dusted. I hope we can follow up with Blackwall. I hope that we can do his quest and persuade him to come back. We've also got Liliana's personal quest, which we will be doing in the next stream. So let's go ahead and try to follow Blackwall in Valrayo. Igni Wolf on Twitch says that I tried playing BG3 but couldn't get it to work on my Mac. I see. I feel like graphic-wise, it is a resource-heavy game too. Let's see. I'll bring my favorite, my buddies, my best buds. I hope we can all, they can all help me persuade Blackwall. It is. I played Fallout 3 on a really small old MacBook that was handed down to me. I played on the Windows kind of like installation on the MacBook. Ooh, okay. What is going on here? Someone is about to be executed. What's all the fuss about?
For your crimes against the Empire of Orlais.
The assassination.
For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers.
Oh no.
You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Oh no.
Well, this is grim.
Yeah, it is.
Proceed.
Wait. Can we help him?
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Blackwall!
Oh no.
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall.
It's the reveal.
Warden Blackwall is dead. And has been for years.
He was never truly a Grey
I
Warden.
assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding.
Own up to your mistakes.
I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
It's like, wait, don't execute Rainier. Tom. Mr. Rainier. Igni Wolf on Twitch says, hey, you made it happen, but it was fun. It was. It was hard to play in a very, very small monitor, but well, oh well.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
What do you know of this Tom Rainier?
You must know something about Renee.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Oh no, I don't want Blackwall to be unalived.
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing.
Oh no. Let's save Blackwall! Do 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 do. Let's save Blackwall! Do 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 do. Let's save whatever his name is. Whoa.
My, you'd think we'd lost another divine.
What did this guy faint?
Your evaluation is spot on.
He just fainted.
From all we've heard, it seems Chancellor Roderick changed
The Winter Palace assaulted. Duchess Florian disgraced.
A shock, I agree.
City guard.
A shock. This is devastating.
Welcome.
Uh-huh. Let's go to prison. Let's go to the Valrio prison. Why is it so close to the marketplace? And the tavern? Okay, can we not help him do a prison break? Sambar on Twitch says, but does he deserve saving? He's changed his ways.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man,
That's identity
the man
theft.
he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
Okay, we've got a lot of things to unpack here. Of course, under normal circumstances, I would want him jailed. I mean, he committed identity theft. You know, he was a chevalier, and he ordered, well, the assassination of an entire family, if I'm not mistaken, as well as their retainers. So that's a lot of people. But at the same time, he was following orders. And now, as Blackwall, he joined the Inquisition. He's doing his best. He feels remorse for and guilt for the things that he did in the past, and he's willing to sacrifice his life in the service of the Inquisition. So, you know, it's we're in dire times here. So of course, I, as the leader of the Inquisition, I accept his help. I'd say that what you did was brave, although it was a bit too late. But at least you cleared things up and you revealed yourself to save.
You saved that man.
That guy.
That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
I want to help.
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
You're a
Don't you
valuable member of
understand?
the Inquisition.
I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Yeah, but, you know, under normal circumstances, I would put you in jail. But we do need your help, and you're trying your best to change. And you've shown us that a lot of times in the Inquisition. You're more than that.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
We have to discuss the situation with Cullen, I guess, to help him
Yes.
get free. To help free him. Your crime. Tell me more about it.
Details of what you did. Who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold.
Oh yeah,
The man was
that
General
is
Vincent
bad.
Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
Okay, so he wasn't really a Chevalier, but someone who was working under a Chevalier, so he must have been part of the Imperial Army under Celine. But his boss, basically, his Chevalier boss, wanted to appeal to Gaspard. And that's how it happened. What did you tell your men?
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question, just as your men trust you.
Yeah. Our cause is just,
Our
it's
men
different.
follow me because they believe our cause is righteous.
It's different.
They believe it because that's what you tell them.
And you murdered Callier's family.
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country.
That
No one likes to
is
think about that.
such a big crime.
But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
I want to know something else.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
Who was the real Blackwall?
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing, a waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valchavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, and fill a vial with its blood.
Yeah,
When
that
I
is
returned,
what Grey Wardens
I
do.
found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures.
Oh.
He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Yeah, so he was really about to do his joining. He was about to become a Grey Warden if he survived the joining. He does sound like a hero.
It was a heroic act, stepping between you and a darkspawn.
I wasn't worthy. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valchavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, no was no proof that I'd been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
Okay, so that was how he assumed Blackwall's identity. And who is Tom Rainier? Who are you, really?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army.
Yeah, okay.
Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
And who is this man? The man that you saved? Cyril Mornay?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
Yeah, I think that he deserves to be released. He deserves to live because, number one, we can see here that he feels remorse for his actions, and he did show up to stop Mornay from being executed.
That's all for now.
He has changed his ways. So, he deserves another chance. Oh,
I have
hey.
Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
I didn't see you in Vario, Colin. Well, how did you come here? Did you come here with us? Summarize it for me, please.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Thanks, I guess. But I was surprised. What? She had this report all along? Liliana had this?
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier.
Mm.
Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to Wardens.
Oh, I get it. I get why.
What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources.
Let's get him out.
If he's
Prison
released to us,
break.
you may pass judgment on him yourself.
Sure. But what would you do, Colin?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause.
True.
And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
People change.
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind. He had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Okay, so I get it now. The reason why he took us to the tavern and discussed that thing that happened in his childhood when he failed to save a dog from, you know, those weird children. And I guess he recalled that event in his childhood because Mornay, in this case, was the dog, and this time he was gonna save the dog. And yeah, he did. He saved Mornay from being executed. Get him out!
Have Rainier released to us.
We
Get
must
him out.
move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Order the advisors to find a way to release him. That's what we're going to do. We can't just leave a good man, well, a changed man, one of ours, as a member of the Inquisition, in prison, rotting in the cells. Or worse, he might be executed eventually. So I wonder, what do you guys think? Do you, in your playthrough, or even in your head canon, do you think Blackwall, aka Tom Rainier, deserves to be saved? What do you guys think?
Worship.
Let's go to the war table. Brainer's release, an alternative. Liliana informs me that your contacts in the underworld could...
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
Of course, Liliana, of course.
Hush. Just look pretty.
He was surrounded by fangirls and fanboys at the Winter Palace. Okay, Liliana informs me that your contacts in the underworld could aid in having Rainier released from prison. This route would conveniently mask the Inquisition's involvement, writes Cullen. We only have Liliana here. An offer whispered in the right circles, a dozen factions vying for our favor. We'll see who desires it most.
Let's see what we have.
Let us then, I think only Cullen has completed his, thing. Our shipment of resources from the Exalted Plains has arrived. Thanks, Cullen. Wow, really? It's taking you that long? Josephine, what happened? Okay, I guess there's nothing else. Let's read this. Alliances getting things moving. Many of the nobility of the Elysian capital have settled their secondary differences and are rallying behind two families. The Desrosiers are old money, well respected but viewed as traditional and stubborn. The Thebalds rose with a popular merchant consortium and are considered new money and progressive. The old money versus the new money. While the intent of both families was to rival us politically, if we declare for one of them, we may manipulate events in our favor. Lord Pierre Desrosiers has not asked for our allegiance, but may respect our rising might. Lady Valise Thibault speaks for her investors and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. Okay, so it's a choice between these two families. Let's see. Josephine says that I can draw a number of agreements to tie us to little beyond ceremony that will gain the initial interest of the Thibaults. Okay, so she is she thinks that we should support the Thibaults. While Cullen says we certainly have the force status, a simple demonstration to make to the Desrosiers. Definitely the Thibaults, because they are new, they are up and coming. And it's always good to invest in the up and coming. And also because Josephine knows Orlais better than Cullen. I guess that's it. Oh, here. False accusations report ready. We've discovered the source of the accusations leveled at our Templars. A group of rebel mages with extremist leanings operates in the area. The group fears our association with the Templars will permanently crush what remains of their rebellion. They've been actively working to stir up an anti-Templar and anti-Inquisition sentiment in the region. Fortunately, we have enough evidence to clear the Templars' name, says Liliana. And that unlocks Confront Mages in the Wending Wood. Alright, that's it for now. I am going to just take us to Emprise du Lion, and we'll stop there. My dearest Josephine, the hills of Emprise du Lion are in peril. A maidservant recently returned from visiting an uncle in Sarnia spoke of gruff, helmeted men about the village's quarry and the appearance of strange red crystals in the fields close by. I suspected red Illyrium and sent men to investigate, but the bridges leading to the area had all been destroyed. The Red Templars' handiwork, I wager. If we do not act quickly, all of the Highlands may be lost. I wish I bore fairer tidings, my dear. My warmest regards to your family. I pray for the quelling of these winter winds of chaos, that we may meet again in springtime. Your truest friend and ally, Edouard Desjardins. Okay. And we only have Josephine here to work on this. The Elf's Blood River froze over after an unseasonable chill. We'll need brave soldiers and sturdy mounts, but it's our only path into the mountains. We broke through to Sarnia, and lead scout Harding is with the vanguard sent to establish an Inquisition camp. Her early reports indicate that the red lyrium is spreading, writes Cullen. I am going to bring Iron Bowl, Solus, and Cole. Oh, Vivienne's tarot card is now different because we have completed her quest. If I'm not mistaken, we've also completed Solus's, Iron Bowl's, Cole's, Cassandra's, Varric's, Dorian's, and Sarah's, and we it's just Blackwall and Liliana who are waiting for us to complete their quest. Okay, let's take Cole too.
Hey,
Inquisitor.
Scout Harding.
Scout Harding. We're on the outskirts of Sarnia. This is what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over.
Oh,
the rest
winter.
penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
That is unfortunate. How did the river freeze?
How did an entire river freeze so quickly?
It got really cold, really quickly.
Magic?
Sarnia relies on its river for everything. Trade, food. They weren't expecting
Okay,
this.
so they're barricaded. They're isolated. Probably the Red Templars is doing. Why are the Red Templars here?
Do you know why the Red Templars have come here?
Can't tell you much. The Templars have outposts all through the hills. Our scouts haven't been able to get through. It probably has something to do with the local stone quarry, though. A lot of the workers went missing after the Red Templars moved in.
Interesting. I'll check it. I'll check on the townsfolk.
I should look in on the townsfolk, see what they can tell me.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They want Emprise de Lyon. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
We shall. I see. Okay. I guess here we are in Emprise de Lyon. And that is all we have for today or tonight or this afternoon or whatever. Today's stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Especially those of you who are on YouTube. I can see you all. Hi. I hope you enjoyed it, especially also to those who have been tuning in on Twitch. Thank you for your time, and I hope you had fun watching today's stream. I will see you all in part 41, episode 41 of our Chill Play Dragon Age Inquisition series. Hopefully we can do it this Friday night. That would be Friday night, probably sometime probably 12 midnight or 12:30 in the morning Saturday. If you are in EST standard Eastern Standard Time, if you are in Pacific Time, that probably would be around 9 or 9:30, depending on how early we can eat lunch before streaming. Friday night if you are in PST, and if you are in Japan or somewhere in East Asia or Southeast Asia, that would be Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Japanese Standard Time. And that will be 11 a.m. Saturday morning if you are in Thailand. Thailand Standard Time. Okay, so I hope to see you all. Until then, until next time, take care, everyone. Good night and goodbye.